Hello. So we left our free camp spot. Sadie's gonna sabotage as usual. Sabotage. Ooh. So we are currently in Canyonlands National Park. We went to Arches first, but there was a big sign saying from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. is reservation only. And we don't have reservations, so we didn't go. I headed straight to Canyonlands, and we're here heating up some food now for lunch. We're at the Grand Viewpoint, which is, I guess, where you can see like the best view of Canyonlands. And what I've seen so far, it's really cool. So I can't wait to show you all and take you with me. So Arches and Canyonlands are kind of in the same area. Moab is the little town in between the two, but apparently Arches is the more popular one. The entrance is just right outside of Moab, so it's really convenient for people like staying in Moab. But Canyonlands is like 40 miles to the entrance from Moab. The line was really long in Arches. It was hard to tell exactly, but it could have easily been an hour wait. And I was there around noon. At Canyonlands, there was like 3 cars in front of me. So it is the Wednesday after Memorial Day, so you're still gonna have people spending like the whole week traveling. It is still a little crowded at the trailheads. The parking is very limited, so could be an issue, but we'll see. Alright, so here's the map. So Moab is over here, Arches National Park is right here, and then this is Canyonlands. So we came from this direction and came in this way, entered through the Island in the Sky area. So there's 3 different parts. There's Island in the Sky, the Maze, and the Needles. And the Island in the Sky is probably the most accessible. You can't just drive through the park to access all the parts. You have to come in through different parts. So you come in Island of the Sky this way, and then Needles, you come in all the way this way, so you have to like go all the way around to come in through that way. And then the Maze is the same way. I don't even know if there's any roads going to it, hike into it or something, but it's the hardest part to get to. We're just gonna do Island of the Sky today. We are currently at Grand Viewpoint Overlook, which is at the end of it. There's a couple little hikes along the way. There's actually a smaller map of just this part in the newspaper, so I'm gonna get that. So we're here, and I'm just gonna go out, take a look here, and it looks like there's some hiking trails around here I might check out along the way, and there is a Mesa Arch, which is an arch there you can go check out as well. Mesa Arch was super crowded, the parking lot was full, and we'll check it out on the way back and see how it is. But let's go! That was a good hike. Beautiful views. And I had so much fun hopping around on those rocks. Worked up quite the sweat, but it's only 79 degrees in the van. in the shade. It feels great. There's a cool, wonderful breeze as well. And I think I'm gonna do one more hike. It's gonna be a little longer. We're here and we're gonna go up here to Murphy Point Zone. And then we're gonna head out. I kind of wanted to go this way to go to Whale Rock, but I don't know if I'll have enough gas to get there because I was so excited to get here. I didn't stop for gas. And we might have just enough to get to a gas station. So once again, my excitement has surpassed logic. But it's okay. Even if we ran out of gas, we would figure out a way to get it and it would be fine. So, and it would all just be part of the adventure. Sadie's just chilling. Oh, my baby. So far, first impressions of Canyonlands. It's really cool. It is very much like the Grand Canyon. It's cool in a different way. It seems like wider, or you can just like see further across. I don't know. Still a lot of cool shapes, and it's just amazing to think that at the top where we were, that's where the water started, and it just slowly like carved out this cool looking canyon.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of
Wow, this is amazing.
nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same.
Heading back to the van now. That was a lovely little 1.5-mile hike. Great views at the end. It's always rewarding. You can see the sun setting behind me slowly as it does. We're gonna head to the Mesa Arch and then leave the park, head to find some gas, and then try to find a spot to camp overnight because we're getting up really early to get a spot at Arches in the morning, since you have to have reservations to get there after 6 a.m. So we're just gonna get there at 5 a.m. You know, I can always get in there, park, and go back to sleep if I want. Alright, we're on the trail to see the Mesa Arch. It's just a 30-minute loop to see it, just half a mile. The weather's perfect. It feels amazing. God, the flowers are so pretty. Got the cacti blooming. Good morning. It's about 10 a.m., 75 degrees in the van, and we're in Arches National Park. We got here early at 5 in the morning. There were a few other cars here, and to my surprise, the parking lots aren't even that full. Judging by yesterday's 2-hour-long wait in line, I thought this place would be packed after 10. But what I did is I came through the entrance, showed my pass and everything, got the maps, and I looked at the maps and I decided if I had to pick one trail, which one would it be? And I think it's gonna be Delicate Arch. There's a viewpoint to see it kind of from above, and then there's a trail, a 3-mile trail to go, like actually go to it, that you have to walk. So I'm gonna do the trail. And so I drove to the trailhead, parked in the parking lot. There were already a few people here. I just went back to sleep. Now I'm up and at 'em and eating breakfast, getting ready for the hike. I'm excited to be here. I'm so happy to have this opportunity to be able to just go to all these national parks in such a short amount of time too. It's pretty amazing. And the national parks are amazing. I'm so grateful that like 100 years ago they decided to preserve these areas because they realized how amazing they are, and they are truly wonders. Like, each one is just stunning in its own way and beautiful and magnificent. I'm so glad that they made an effort to like preserve it in some way, but also allow people to come enjoy it at the same time. So geologists don't know for sure exactly how the arches were made, but they think that it's because the whole park sits on a bed of salt, like a huge bed of salt. The bed of salt is there because there was an ancient sea that ran through here and through a lot of Colorado. The sea dried up, and over millions of years, sand and dirt started like piling on top of the salt bed. Now the salt bed is up to 1,000 feet thick in some places, but the sand and dirt piling on top of it, it turned into rock, and it became really heavy for the salt bed, and so the salt bed started shifting and turning and pushing the rock up and into different shapes, and they think that's why all these arches were created.
Longer.
It's amazing how these rocks were formed with just being pushed up from underneath, and then water would get in the cracks, and then ice would form, and the ice would cause the rocks to break apart and fall away and create all these formations. Sitting here looking at this arch, still trying to figure out how it was formed. It's pretty amazing how it's just a perfect arch. It's called Delicate Arch, I guess, because it could fall any minute. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty sturdy, but over time, it's gonna eventually fall apart. I wonder how many arches were here before us that have broken over time.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch sides here.
We're back. I ate, I rested, and I'm ready to hit the trail again. It's 86 degrees in the van. We got fans going, the windows open, and it's 2 o'clock. And it feels amazing. As long as I'm in the shade, I'm not even sweating. Feels good. You know, it's a dry heat. That's what they say. I'm thinking about, we just finished doing Delicate Arch, which was 3 miles. And I think I'm gonna go all the way up here to Devil's Garden and do all this kind of fun looking hiking here. I'm gonna see Landscape Arch, which is on the front of the cover here. Landscape Arch. So in 1991, some visitors were sitting under the arch, the landscape arch, and they heard a loud crack and they thought it was thunder. But it was a 60-foot long piece of rock falling off the arch. I guess they all got out just in time. This is scary, but ever since then they closed where you can't go under the arch anymore. So there's the arch. So you never know when it's gonna start cracking and crumbling. That's why they don't let people under there anymore, because it's unstable. Looks like you can kind of see where it cracked off 30 years ago. So that's it. That's as far as you can go for the last 30 years. We're done with the parks for now. And I decided to take myself on a date in Moab. If I'm gonna treat myself, it might as well be in Moab. So I found this little restaurant called Desert Bistro. It looks nice. How do I look?
I would say we were good together. I would say we had fun, but our trail